What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mod Squads Network's Layeth the Squad Down. I'm your host, Kevin. Joining me, as always, is the dude, Steve.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh man, it's been a long week. Been a long week.
It's been a long, as Stained once said, it's been a while.
It has. It has. Before we get started, let's go ahead and start with our sponsors. Skullectomy by Jolt 7 Studios. You definitely want to check them out. Just scan that QR code. It'll take you straight to their Facebook page. Check out all the beautiful skulls and tell them that the Mod Squad sent you. Also, check out Straka Art. Scan this QR code. It'll take you straight to his website and you can order some badass art. And then make sure you scan this QR code right here if you want some Mod Squad shirts. Our shirt this month is the Mario in. Oh nope, it's not. That was last month's. Yeah, this month is the
Have you
the gra-
loaded it in yet?
the graffiti shirt that I continuously forget to load in. So well just check out one of our other shows and you can see what the graffiti shirt looks like. Oh, but let's go ahead and start this thing off with Raw.
Let's do. I watched Raw because baby, I like it raw.
Raw.
I did not, however, get the chance to watch SmackDown this week, but I did watch AEW as always. But let's get into Raw, shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Yes.
Jey Uso kicked off the show saying, he's happy to be there. He's by himself. And then Sammy comes out saying, you know what? I'm happy you're here too. But there's a lot of people in the back not so much happy that you're here. And just a verbal back and forth. And as they are going up the ramp, Drew McIntyre comes out and basically kind of gives Jay a stare down because nobody's happy that he's there. The first match though is the Viking Raiders versus Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle. Yeah, it was a match. Viking Raiders pick up the win.
With Kofi coming out to like quote unquote help them.
Yeah, help them. Linda Foot, if you will, but he goes for Trouble in Paradise, nails Matt Riddle, and that is how the Viking Raiders pick up the victory. Yeah. Next, we got Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura, with Ricochet getting the win by DQ. It was Damian Priest kind of showed up. So, let's see the Judgment Day promo. I'm not going to talk about promos. It was a promo.
Wait. That was a good Judgment Day promo. I liked it because JD McDonough.
Yeah, not McDonough. McDonough.
JD McDonough, I have been saying it correct the whole time.
And I have been saying it wrong. I am horrible with names.
You are Solo Sequoia. JD McDonough comes out and he's got this big thing and he's like, give me a second. And he goes, everything is great with you guys, but Damian, that's what you got right there. That ain't good for you. And he pulls out a new Money in the Bank, all purple. See your Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Damian really likes it.
That is true.
So that was the good part of the promo. I will say I was looking forward to talking about that because I liked that bit.
Yeah, I do like when they do the custom Money in the Bank briefcases.
Yeah, like RVD had one of those too.
Yeah. Next we get Shayna Baszler versus Zoe Stark in it was a
Find out who's the baddest bitch in the company now.
Shayna Baszler.
Ronda's gone.
Shayna Baszler put Zoe Stark to sleep.
Yeah, of course. It's Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. Then we have Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green in just almost like a squash. This was basically a squash. I mean, Rodriguez would squash Green in a real fight. So there you go. Next, we have JD McDonough versus Sami Zayn, with JD McDonough picking up the victory. Of course, Judgment Day was out there. Dom interfered.
Shenanigans, pure shenanigans.
Yeah. Yep, shenanigans. And then I'm going to say this now. Match of the week. Gunther versus Chad Gable.
Oh yeah, for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gunther versus Chad Gable.
and
My match of
a solid 20-30 minute match.
it was a great
My favorite
match.
part of the match is Gable's wife and his 3 kids were there, and they were all excited, and they're all yeah. And as soon as Gable lose, they cut to his daughter, who just
Yeah,
just waterfalls. And I'm just like, oh, that is just such a natural reaction. Like she did not know Daddy was gonna lose. Like
exactly. You can't script that for a kid like that. No, that was pure
just
100%
oh, it was so,
natural
but it
reaction.
was a great
I'm
match.
surprised they didn't.
It was a great
I'm
match.
surprised they didn't. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't keep the camera on her a little bit longer. To tell you the truth,
I would have.
because you know how WWE is. Yeah. So that is it for Raw. We're gonna move on over to SmackDown. Raw was a pretty good show. It was a decent show, middle of the road show. If I had to grade it, probably a B plus, B plus show. Ooh. Next we have SmackDown. My computer's doing a little weird
No,
stuff.
it's
We start off with Charlotte Flair and Shotzi versus Damage Control. With Shotzi Flair defeating Bailey and Sky because, um, oh my gosh, what is her name? I'm seeing it. The Empress of the Oscar. Oscar. Oh my
Io
God.
Sky.
No, no. Oscar came out and grabbed the belt from the ringside and distracted. So that's how Shotzi and Flair got the victory. My gosh, I'm horrible with names, and apparently I have a horrible memory as well. I need some ginkgo biloba. Next, we have the man himself, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me talk to you.
let me talk to you. Um, Going against Austin Theory with Knight defeating Theory. There was a little altercation, not an altercation, but a verbal back and forth between Theory and Knight and Grayson Waller before it even happened. It was funny. It was funny, but it wasn't nothing really worth harping over. Next, we have Butch and Ridge Holland versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor because Finn Balor and Damian Priest said that they are the toughest men in WWE, the toughest tag team, and they decided no, Butch and Holland are. So they had a match, but they lose. Balor and Priest keep the belt. Next, we have AJ Styles versus Jimmy Uso because throughout this whole entire night, Jimmy Uso is trying to get back into the bloodline. He's wearing his uh, We the One shirt, but Paul Heyman's like, no, no, look, Solo's not here. Roman's not here. I'm here representing. You need to take care of business with AJ Styles, and then we'll see what we can do about getting you back into the bloodline because there's in and then there's in the bloodline. Basically, that's exactly how he said it too. Um, Jimmy tried to take on AJ Styles with Styles defeating Uso at the end because Solo actually did show up, but he did not lift a finger to help Jimmy at all. And that was SmackDown. If I had to rate this, I would give it a C. A C show. Wasn't very I didn't I was in my phone a lot throughout this whole show. But there you have it. That is it for WWE. How about you? What do we have for some AE dubs,
Well,
my man?
it's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. We got Wednesday Night Dynamite. Show opens with Orange Cassidy cutting a promo. I'm not gonna lie, it was Wednesday, now it's Sunday, so I don't remember exactly what was said, but the show opened with Orange Cassidy cutting a promo. We get John Moxley defending the International Championship against AR Fox, with Moxley picking up the win. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of matches where I'm just they weren't jobbers, but it's like, well, I know who's gonna win.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had Statlander in an open challenge for the TBS Championship against Emi Sakura, with Chris Statlander, of course, picking up the win. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara in a really good back and forth match against Aussie Open. I'm a
Mhm.
big Aussie Open fan, so I was really excited for this one. Jericho and Guevara end up picking up the win. But then I believe after the match was over, I think Jericho and Sammy got into a little bit of a pushing match. I might be wrong. I forget.
They did. They did, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. MJF comes out to cut a promo against Joe. To which Samoa Joe comes on out and starts cutting his own promo, going back and forth, with Joe ending up on top, letting MJF think that he's just going to let him walk away. And then he kicks the ropes low, blowing him, and then just laying the boots to have Cole come out to make the save. With that, we go right into Roderick Strong coming out while Adam is helping with MJF, because we get Roderick Strong taking on Trent Beretta in the quarterfinal matches, or the qualifying matches of the tournament, to see who's going to face MJF for the Triple B. In that, we get Roderick Strong picking up the win. We get Hangman Adam Page coming out to cut a promo, to which Swerve Strickland comes out cutting probably the best promo that he has had since he
Ever.
joined AEW. Um, we're gonna see a Swerve Strickland Hangman Page program, which I'm excited about because I like Swerve in the ring, and I think that this is going to be good for Hangman
Mhm.
to just bring something new. And in the main event of Collision, we had Derpy taking on Nick Wayne.
You mean Dynamite? You mean Dynamite?
What I say?
Big
Oh, Collision.
Collision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dynamite. Whatever. In the main event of Dynamite, we have Derpy Allen taking on Nick Wayne, um, for the qualifying matches into the quarterfinals, in which Derpy picks up the win. Collision starts with John
Hold on.
Moxley.
I wanted to go back for a minute because I just remembered something. I said I wasn't going to touch on promos, but I do remember LA Knight cutting a promo on SmackDown, and it made me think of because before Waller and Austin came out, he was talking about the Miz, talking about um, let's talk about his song "I Came to Play." And he's like, because LA Knight and Kevin Nash have been going back and forth on Twitter a little bit, and he says, if I was a moron, I would say that
Let's look
let's
at the
talk about
adjective.
let's look at the adjective. Yeah, because when Kevin Nash first joined WCW, he says, "This is where the big boys play, huh?" Blah, it's the adjective, and he said, "I'm not a moron. Let's look at the
The
verb."
verb.
I love how he just totally destroyed Kevin Nash without mentioning whatsoever. I loved it. But anyway, let's move on to Collision. Sorry, I just wanted to mention that. I just
No,
wanted to
that's
mention that
that's
because
good. That's good. Collision starts with Moxley defending the international championship, or the international
yeah,
championship once again, against Action Andretti. It's a good back and forth match, about 10 minutes, with Mox coming out on top. Chris Statlander ends up taking on one of the Renegades, Robin Renegade of the
hmm
Renegade Twins. After Statlander picks up the win, the other Renegade twin comes on in, and they're laying the boots to Statlander. Till we get the return of Jade Cargill,
and
uh,
she
and
looks just jacked.
and
She
she
looks
comes on
straight
down and
jacked.
she takes out both of the Renegade twins. I thought they were going to form a new alliance. I thought they were going to form a new group. And then Cargill also attacks Statlander, so
Right.
she's back for the belt. Um, we get a trios match of the Guns and Rock Hard Juice Robinson taking on three luchadors. I believe one of them was Gravity. I didn't get the name of the other two. Uh,
Now
Rock.
they're officially making them the Bullet Club Gold now. They're going by Bullet Club Gold on when it's the Guns as well now. So
Oh, good.
yeah,
Well, it's still the Guns and Rock Hard.
yeah.
With Rock Hard picking up the win. A return to TV for both Angelico and Phoenix,
Mhm.
and a nice, fun back and forth match. I really like Angelico in the ring. I think he's really talented. Phoenix can't be denied with what he's able to do. With Phoenix picking up the win, and in the quarterfinal matches, to see who's going to be heading into the finals, you have Roderick Strong taking on Derpy Allen. And as Derpy is riding his skateboard down to the ring, he is attacked by Christian Cage and Luchasaurus.
Oh,
Uh,
Lucha just yokes him up by the
oh my,
throat.
just just throws him into a steel door. Um, Derpy still goes out and wrestles, and God bless the world. Uh, Roderick Strong picks up the win. And in our main event of
There you go. You
Collision,
got it. Yeah, there you go.
Samoa Joe takes on El Zero Miedo Pentagon in the semifinals. So I guess the other ones would have been the quarterfinals. The semifinals uh, to see who's going to be facing who. And we're getting Samoa Joe versus Roderick Strong, which I think is going to be a solid one because
Mhm.
you have Strong, who's having the whole issue right now with Cole and MJF. And then you have Joe, who's having the whole issue with MJF. So it's going to be a real good. I'm excited for that match itself, and that was Collision, and that's AEW.
What was your match of the week?
Oh, it's Gunther and
Oh,
Chad
it
Gable.
is okay. My my second would probably be the um, Zeromero versus
Pentagon.
yeah, Pentagon versus
No.
Joe. Jesus Christ, I'm horrible. I'm horrible with names today. Sorry, guys.
And
Sorry.
with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode.
Oh, where can people find you on your podcast,
Oh,
Steve?
that's the last podcast you'd want when I decide to record an episode and release it. It's available on every major podcasting outlet. The last podcast you'd want. Tip the field, try the staff. Thank you all for coming. And if you didn't, better luck next time.
All right. Make sure you check out the sister channel of Back to the Retro Review, or the sister channel to the Mod Squad, Back to the Retro Review, where I host movies from the 80s and 90s. Make sure you check out the Daily Dank if you like cannabis and cannabis entertainment. Check out the other shows here on the Mod Squad Network. We have a movie show, we have a horror show, and we have a gamer show, and you're watching the wrestling show. We also go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. Man, let's end this show so I can stop fumbling over my words. All right, so for Steve the Dude, I am Kevin saying thank you for being a friend, everybody.
Ah.